and live. Yeah. So 22nd of July 22, 5 o'clock Friday evening. We're live again and waiting for some people to show up so that we can talk about things which need to be healed. And let me see, I will look at. So the first person is joining me. Please let me know if the sound is okay. Just write a comment. Maybe you already have a question. This is time to use for healing. So if there's anything you want to work on today, let me know. Let me see. I'm just looking at other screens at the moment. Why is everything a bit mixed up? Okay. So, welcome for joining me. I'm Marie. And let's see what's happening there. Hi Marie, thank you for being here, showing that there. Can you tell me if the sound's okay, please? And welcome. So, like every Friday afternoon, we have a light language source code healing session. The idea is that you come up with topics which you want to put attention on. The frequencies I make, the codes I make, they will direct exactly there where they're needed. They're like laser beam guided healing code, direct from the source. It's always that when you mention something for yourself, it's also for the collective. So let me see what's happening here. So be open, start asking questions if possible. And so let's have a nice Friday afternoon feeling. So my first question to you, if you are listening, is the sound okay? And I hope so. Is the sound okay? Let me check. Sometimes it's okay. Please let me know. Good morning. Hi, Don. Tiny. Okay. Is this better? So I think this is the best. Sort of hollow. Hey, it's hollow. Look at the place I'm in. This is an empty spot. It's the kitchen to be. So it is hollow. That's correct. But it's okay. You can hear me, and it's the most important thing. And maybe it's also good to see that last time, Don, you were okay. Perfect. Last time, Don, you had some issues. Issues, maybe a big word, but there were some points that you get angry about things in the environment, in the outer world. That's correct, because then we can start working with that. I think that's a good topic because in my belief system, of course, there is a lot of programs in our field. They are like given to us as presents, unknowing for us. And these programs, you carry them in your. It has reduced somewhat, but I still want to use the anger as a topic because it also is one of my topics as well. So it's not specifically for you, but it's helping you as well. Hi, Carrie, also welcome. But anger is something like a program, and program is something connected to our system, invisible. We carry it with us, and sometimes something really not connected triggers something. So it's like almost like a mother kissing the child, and the child is like, boom. So it's not a direct thing you have to be angry on that can trigger anger. And so these programs are integrated in our systems and they are integrated to each other. And the only thing they want to do is to get negative energy from us. And they are so deeply interwoven in our systems that we don't even normally notice that they are there. What I always try to say is that they're like little red flags. So as soon as you feel something is irritating me, something is annoying me, something is arousing my hair standing up or whatever, and isn't that? That's a sign for you to make a new decision, a different. You can make a turn on your path, and it's the decision making we can do in connection with the heart that we can step out of old patterns. And that's not only the thing we have to really get to analyze the patterns, to eliminate them, to delete and erase them, and make the decisions. So always I ask for the hand on the heart, and I'm going to see what Dawn is writing. My question for today is it possible to clear that which is in myself that caused a backslide in someone else? My English is not perfect enough to understand your question. Is it possible to clear that which is in myself that caused a backslide in someone else? Please clarify what you mean. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Jackie. And maybe Dawn is already clarifying. Funny that you say that because it was an angry empty nest syndrome that caused the backslide. Okay. I believe that everybody is owner of their own decisions. So I can cause a reaction and trigger something for somebody else, but then it's their thing. In my belief system, you got two different kinds of information or things getting into your energy field. First one is it belongs to you. It's a messenger bringing you some information, and hey, in my case, hey Robert, there's something in you have to put attention to, put energy, put light into, and then it can be clarified and move out of you. That's one part of information. The second part of information is a lot of crap of everybody, like the world, taking you out of your own energy field. So it can be crap of which is created for that, like government information, news, religions, a lot of things. They are meant to take you out of your own energy, or it's the crap of somebody else who doesn't know what to do and is just shouting it out to everybody like help. They don't say help, but they move it towards other people. And then hi Lex. So and hi Jackie, I always said hi to her, thank you. So it's my decision if the first thing I have to do is if information gets into my field and does something, okay, is it mine? If it's mine, take it into account, put light into it, in connection with your heart, ask if it's really yours. And if it's yours, just have a look at it. Put attention to it, put light onto it, put love onto it, and then transform it in other information. Secondly, if it's not mine, you don't bother. Even if it's getting really into it, because it's somebody else's process, that's fine. And some of them are in the process of shouting it out to everybody, that's fine. So if it's something which creates irritation or anger directly, then it's one of those two. And if it's one of those two, you can make the decision. First of all, it's not mine, so I don't have to do anything with it. And if it still triggers something in myself, I do have to do something with it. And then you start analyzing, you start communicating with this part. Where do we feel it? How does it feel? What happened? What really happens in my system causing this? And putting light into it. So But for doing that, I think it's important that you understand that information is just there to help you put attention, put light to things, and it's a possibility, it's an option, an opportunity to move this emotion, get it into movement, so that the energy can move out of you. Okay. Having said that, is there anything besides the? Let me see. That was the question of today for Dawn. Please, Dawn, can you explicitly tell me what you mean, because I don't understand. I don't get it yet. So that would help. Okay. Having said that, I will start with some codes to really get in our own energy field, in connection with our heart. Of course, I hope that you understand that you always put your hand on your heart, connect to your heart, not only in this session, but as much as possible during 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And especially when you are communicating. So if you're on the phone, typing a message, WhatsApping a message, communicating directly, put your hand on your heart. Start understanding that this is helping you to be in your own energy space. It makes it easier to shut up the mind, to not be taken out of your own energy. So you're not shoving things over the fence. It's just telling what's happening in your energy field. That's the basis for me. Connecting to that, because there's a photon of the source in your heart, and it's the direct connection with the source, central sun, your higher self, the whole team of helpers who's always there, connection with earth. And this is only simply one or two, doesn't matter which one, hand on the heart. So then, of course, if I put codes on it, I want you to close your eyes so that you already get into your inner world. So the hand on the heart, close your eyes, and put your feet next to each other, not crossed. It's easier to get the information circle going around. So what I first want to do is to connect you all to your inner source energy field. So close your eyes, hand on the heart. And this is in all time, space, dimensions. I want for all who are listening and watching this to get into their inner source connection field. Connect to your higher self and helpers. Connect to the central sun. Connect to the source. Connect to Mother Earth, the planet we're standing on. Just connect to all space around, to all these dimensions. And then connect to all the beings around, surrounding you, helping you, supporting you, guiding you. And I must say, I'm so happy to be in Galicia, in this new space. The energy is aesthetic. Look at all this hair standing up. I don't have much hair, but on the arms I have, and they're standing up. So for me, it's a feeling of a lot of energy moving through me. So I hope you could feel it as well. Let me see. I feel that I created the homelessness of my son by my actions. When he was 12 years old, he's 12 years and still homeless. Okay. That's guilt in my belief system. And hi, buddy. Done for me. It's whatever happens for the right cause. everything is perfectly orchestrated. So it was needed that you kicked your son out of your house for whatever reason. It was meant to be for his own journey. And sometimes you see things which are, from the human perspective, not the most nice things. From the universal perspective, they're perfectly orchestrated. Blame, feeling guilty, is a program which is put into your system, which is tapping on this negative emotion you created in your system, and it's tapping on it, and it's I say it, it's thrilling on it. So what you can do is start understanding that it's just a program, that everything is perfectly orchestrated, connected to your heart, and understand that whatever happened, it's for the greater good. And we're talking about 10 years, 16 years, your son has grown, and he's making his own decisions. If he's still in that position of saying you're to blame of everything, then he's victimizing himself, which is another program. And that victimization is something like, okay, I'm just a victim. I can't do anything about it. Somebody else did it, which is a major program for many, many, many humans. So we have to be authentic, be pure. And one of the things of being authentic is to stand up whatever is yours. And you're making your own path. You're making everyday decisions. So if you're stuck into saying that somebody else did it, then you have to do some work on that. For you, let go of anything relating you to feeling guilty. Everything is perfectly orchestrated. Start really trusting it. So we're coming back again and again in the trust circle. So if you start trusting this, start really, I said, for me, trust is like believing without proof. So it is like this. You are a multidimensional being. You have a part, the photon of the source particle in your heart that makes you part of the source. Source is part of you. This makes you a multidimensional being. And all this together in a universal system, which is perfectly orchestrated, in which everything is connected. How can you be blaming yourself in that? It was meant to be. Of course, at that moment, if you had out of emotional feelings, you would never have done that to your son. But it happened. That happened for a reason. Nothing in the universe happens without a reason. So start trusting this. So first I want to hear if the first code came in for you. So please give me feedback on that, and maybe let me know how it came into you. Let me see. Okay. Just give me a little feedback how it was for you. First code. Everything clear, everything functioning for you okay. Give it a few seconds. I still practice every day to put my hand on my heart in many, many, many situations. I always make a little joke about it with duct tape. I cross the duct tape and put my hands sticking to my body. Because if I got the connection with my higher self, then it works even better. Since we are in the house, I'm still waiting for I just light up the Palo Santo. Just too clear. So everybody is a little bit slow in reacting, but it's okay. It's like summertime. Summertime, everybody's a little bit slow in reaction. And I hope the frequency came in. So close your eyes. Even if you're commenting now at the moment, just close your eyes, stop the commenting, Close your eyes, hand in the heart, feet next to each other, and really, really, we're going to connect to the trust systems. And this is in all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. This is in all your fields, in all your dimensions. And we take away all these program and program related issues which are put into your field. We take them away, we delete them, we erase them, we destroy them. Anything which is taking trust away. And we replace all the space we created now with pure love centered in trust. Again, this is the spot to be. And this is only the kitchen to be, because now it's our relaxing space with hammocks and standards. And there's a lot done around the house, so things are moving. Thank you for your reactions. Let me see. I had forgotten to connect to the source. Thanks for remembering. Yeah, and connection to the source is putting your hand on your heart, because that's the direct connection, and you are source. Never forget that. Start really trusting in that. Gary, gods are perfect and grounding. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the reaction. Thank you. Lex, let the first light codes were like a high road to the inner self. Wow, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And Katrina is also in the house. Hi, welcome. So, and as long nobody else has any issues, I'm starting just doing my one-man show. I'm just giving the source codes for helping you to get connected to your inner world, your inner source, connected to all above the source itself, and getting into the trust modus. So the more you start connecting with your hand on your heart, thank you. Yeah, you are. You are at the right moment in time. So it's perfectly orchestrated. Connecting to your inner world, connecting to your heart, makes it easier for you, because it's like there's a little slow motion in it, because your mind is not directly taking action, programmed actions, things like that. So you have to, you give yourself this time to understand what's happening by feeling. Your heart is the best compass you got. So you got to trust that everything is perfectly orchestrated in all universes. Everything is connected. It has a reason. Maybe not on planet Earth, understandable reason, but universal, it has a perfect reason. No energy is wasted. So anything that happens, even if we don't, as a human being, understand the reason for it or why it was, it is for the best, for the greatest good, for the greatest light. Next to that, we just start hanging in our hammock, relaxing and trusting. And the more we trust and the more we disconnect the brain, because the brain is filled for ages and ages and ages and lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes with crap, with programs, with belief systems of your parents, belief systems of your grandparents, of your brothers and sisters. It's all crap. Start really connecting to yourself. Every time you feel that something is taking you out of your inner space, your inner source, that's a big red flag. Watch out, pay attention. It's a choice moment for you. You can be at this moment in time making the choice for yourself. Do I want to be connected or do I don't want to be distracted? Every time and time and time again. Again, everything is perfectly orchestrated. So if you make a choice, which later on you make differently, it's perfect because it was needed. So start trusting in your own choices, making your choice system. Um, yeah, that is an answer. And next is a question. What's the role of ego mind? Um, well, it has different roles, but it has been polluted. Normally, the role of ego mind is that we, as a human being, could make decisions of our own free will and could understand that if there was fire, that you could run for it. If there was some threat, you could act on that. That was the basic role. Then again, not again, then other beings started abusing it and filling it with programs and keeping you in a preserved situation. So now it's the only, no, not the only, but one of the, for me, one of the main reasons to get out of that programmed situation is to let it go. It's crap. In my belief system, all the information learned on this planet is polluted. So it's bullshit, it's crap. So the only guide you have is your own heart. Connecting to your heart, connect to the source, connect to your inner source. And forget all information around you and start re-listening, re-feeling what is happening in your system. That's the only thing what's matter, what was needed. And then you will find your own inner source, your powerful source connection. You will find your purpose or whatever you want to find inside. Do something today. It's not for nothing that this shirt is on. So, okay. Trust in your own power. So close your eyes and put your hands on your heart, feet on the ground. And it's all about trust, trust, trust. So this is for all of you to start really understanding that trust is something you can open up to. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. I'm really curious, really, really curious how this is received by you. Let me know, please. I'm gonna peek a little bit. Thank you. Beautiful. That's interesting. So if a code resonates for you, and for instance, this is for you calming, then it's advisable to repeatedly listen to it later on. Um, okay, great. Thank you for that. Love it. Feels so amazing. Feel my heart. Yeah, and really get again. Um, I believe that if you can listen to it multiple times, and I love the comments, everybody, thank you for that because it's helping me. But I can what I'm no, I can, what I feel over here on this Galician space where I'm working, that the energy is so much more powerful than before, and it's only the beginning. It's only building up. So I can get electrified hairs on my arms. It's like I feel there are many beings moving to this gateway, helping to support us. So I really hope that you can get a little bit of it, or maybe everything. So yes, open up to it. So I saw from Dawn, I saw calming. I could feel the heart from Jackie. I felt like a clearing into my intestine. Beautiful. Electrifying is Katrina's name. So, and yeah, and if emotions come up, let them come, because that's something which programs have filled our systems with, and just let them go. If you really want to work on program and deprogramming, Patricia and I are getting really intensely good in that. So we advise to have sessions with us. Everything is donation based. This is also donation based. If we do sessions, we are moving towards agreeing upfront what a donation would be, agree on that, and then move forward in the session. Sometimes we think there are multiple sessions needed. Also, it's always in openness, open talks with you, and we can really move people forward. And that's so. If you think you need something, just knock on the door and don't hesitate, and we will be willing to help you. Calming and supporting, lovely coach. Thank you, Maria. So let's go back to where we are. So we have this system, the human being, which is mostly crap, because not only because it's crap, but it's programmed, it's hijacked, it's taken, it's abusively used. So this is all nonsense, and all the information, everything I learned in this life and in all my other lives is bullshit, because it was twisted, it was hijacked, it was abused information. So the only thing I can do is connect to the heart and go really back into my inner world, because there everything is pure. Secondly, if some information comes, somebody comes and say, hey, blah, 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 I can feel if that's rightful or not. If it's rightful, beautiful. If it's not rightful, beautiful, but not for me. Thirdly, for all my decision making, should I go or should I leave or should I stay or should I go left or right? I use my compass. That's the only thing I need. So start really trusting that you are capable of doing everything yourself without anybody telling you how to exactly do it. I'm just telling you how it works for me and Patricia, and how you can see, if you follow us a little bit, you can see that we are following exactly what we're talking about, that it's working. Okay. Thank you to Jackie for holding space. Yeah, we are getting the. If we are able to do sessions and we have a circle in the field here, and there is a portal, and then we work from that circle. And we're establishing more and more energy work in that. So things are getting better for us as well, because we like it. Again, understand that everything we've learned somehow was twisted, was derailed. Derailed is, I think, the word. So never trust on historical information, scientific information. Trust yourself, trust your heart, go back to the heart. So what I'm going to do is to put some codes for further connection in the heart, through the heart, by the heart. Close your eyes. In all time, space, dimensions, and infinities. This for the opening the heart, through the heart, in the heart, by the heart. Tori kita anish, makakaayom. Shri kita ania kata iri kata amini kita aku potuho shi manyama na nyama sama potuho shi Shimir, I'm gonna do some more Palo Santo because it smells so nice and it clears so nice. It's like a very, very intense Palo Santo smell. It's like, yeah. So let me see. But we like it. Yes, we like it. We like it powerful and strong. And the more we're opening up, thank you for all these beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all this beautiful energy work. Um, so what we're trying to do is help as much people um, in the best way we can. So we got many, many ways. One of the ways is to have this healing session interactive. So you can ask questions, you can put forward topics for yourself or topics which are in your system. Then if a topic is a bit heavy or personal, you can go privately and then we can have a session on that or multiple sessions, or you can have coaching on if you have problems in to really get yourself started to be a self-supporting multidimensional being of light. Our purpose is to bring as much light in everybody as possible so that you will be shining light yourself and start helping other people doing the same thing or they are doing their thing of light. So what we do is for the greatest good, for the greatest light always, and we we don't try to, but we are working on ways to make you as strong as possible in your own independent way. And by independent, I mean that we are not masters, we are not um, the only solution. There are many, many solutions. As many beings, as many multidimensional beings, there are solutions. So find your resonating solution. If it resonates for you, it can be temporary, it can be for a longer time, it can be for a very long time, but it can also be short. That's okay. Everything is okay. Everybody has his own truth, which is beautiful. Otherwise, it would be a really boring planet. And with this own truth, we respect each other. We don't have expectations. We just want to be light. That's that's the only thing which is important. So let me see. Fire my throat, yearning. Thank you. You're welcome. Again, the fire in your throat is a nice bridge. Um, Being light also means that we should, and I'm trying to find the right words for it, so that it helps, it supports to be of light, supports of expressing what's happening in your system. And I mean connecting to your heart, and then if in a situation you can talk about what's happening in your system. For instance, you are talking to your mother or your brother or whatever, and something as an emotion goes through you because the other person is saying something and it does something with you. The trick is that you should express, preferably in that moment, hey, what you are telling me is causing a certain thrill or feeling or emotion or whatever in my system. And then you can say, and that doesn't feel right for me at this moment, so I will step back out of this energy and I see you later in the next moment, but not now because I have to feel whatever is happening more in my system. Or you can tell, listen, this is happening. For me, it doesn't feel right. Can we start over, but just telling what happened in your system, or what happened in your feeling system, so that I can just listen to that. And what in fact we are doing at that moment is pure light sending to each other. So let me see. Okay. First I'm going to make some codes for pure light all over your systems. So close your eyes, hand on the heart, feet next to each other. And these codes are aimed for being pure and as pure as possible, being pure light in every cell, in every part of your system. So digest this. It's frequencies of pure light for your whole system. Absorb it. Open up to it. Just let it resonate in your system. Let it get down, 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 and everywhere in your system. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. And then I'm looking at Jackie. Fire my thought, yearning. Thank you. That was the first one. The last one. My clearest intention is to heal self. So we heal 20,000 beings of light, and it's done. What I understand on that line is that if you heal yourself, and for me, healing yourself is like a constant process. It's like this is a planet of distraction and seduction. So everything is made, created, so that you constantly are taken out of yourself, your inner source, taking away from your inner source. So this hand on the heart is helping you to remember that you have an inner source, that you could be connected to it, and that you understand, is this distraction or seduction? Okay, so it's a red flag which is showing me, go back inside. Is it information for me, for my system to put attention, light onto, or is it just rubbish from somebody else? And this is a constant. This is constant around us. This planet is the polarity planet. It's a planet of distraction and seduction. So healing self is a constant process. Start understanding, connect to your inner source constantly, and start understanding that what you do is always making decisions in purity of yourself, in purity of light, in purity of your connection in your inner source, connected to your heart, so that you can make the best decisions at that moment in time. By doing that, in the purity that you are, you will shine your light on many, many, many beings without you even noticing it. You don't have to be on YouTube, you can just walk around and be that light. And people sense it. Those higher selves will notice it. You don't have to do it. It's just there. So, of course, there are mathematics for it, but I believe that it's perfectly all right. But just be that light. So again, this is a second impulse of light in your systems. Close your eyes. Let's put some words up. Thank you. Thank you. So let me see. We got about 15 minutes left. Is there any question from anybody to put attention to, put light to? Is everybody feeling okay? Is everything okay? What's midst? So, still here and ghost. Can you please tell me what toast metal in maat? Metal. So heat and toast. Metal. I'm not sure what you mean. Next, I feel a little light in my buttocks. Still have a lot of tension there. Okay, so put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and start sending your own love and light to it. I feel heat and toast mental, metal, mental in my, okay, sorry. Thank you, Jackie, and for being here and opening up. Great. And Lex as well. Sexual trauma, yeah. It. Okay. Because this is connected to feel in this one. I feel yellow light in my mother, I still have a lot of tension there. Okay. Okay, and this is sexual traumas for everybody. So let's close our eyes, hands on the heart, feet on the ground. And this is opening the pineal gland heart connection. Clearing all traumas, specifically sexual traumas. In connection with the hips, sexual area. Old, many lives. Done, hand on the heart. There is no other standard than your own. This is all bullshit programs, society standards, family standards, blah, 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 blah. There's only your own standard. You know when you're pure, you know when you're in light. Especially family standards are really, really deep, deep, deep trouble. So feel what, if you are pure, feel if it's coming from your heart, you know you are doing the right thing. So let everything else go. It's not important. It's really taking you out of your own power. I hope this helps you. I'm so glad that you can feel it, Gary, because for me it absolutely feels like that. And so it's very, very, how do you say that? Confirming and fine that feedback that it's more intense than the new space. So yeah, at the right spot. Thank you. Okay, pure. Yeah. So be your own. Nobody else can judge you. Nobody else can bring anything in your field unless you let it. So always connect to your heart and then understand whatever it's theirs. It's not yours. Society. There is no society. It's only crap. There are only distraction, seduction. That's society. That's deep state. Whatever you can think of it. But it's not. It's not the purity. It's not the light. It's not you. Okay, validation. Exactly. That's where sometimes especially in these days that I'm speaking German with one of the workers here, French with the neighbors, Spanish with other neighbors, English with most people, and Dutch with Patricia. So 5 languages, and not all of them fluently, but it's sometimes doesn't really help. But validation, that's the right word. Thank you. So. Is there anything with an important question? Anybody? For me, it feels like this was a good session, good enough to let you go if you are feeling right. Yeah. So keep on repeatedly listening to this and let all this other information go and just get into your system and shine light yourself from the heart, connected with the heart. Beautiful, Patricia. Being emotional is beautiful. And let it go. It's okay. It's old matter. Old matter. Let it go. It's a release. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And Jackie, thank you. Yeah, only smileys. So if everybody's okay, and I hope that. And so if you're emotional, it's beautiful. So see it as a beautiful opportunity. Remind yourself to keep connecting to your heart. It's just being open for yourself, being a light for yourself. Basic things are putting attention to your pineal gland. You know, you remember from some of the last sessions, you can always cross-eyed look with closed eyes to the times a day, just for a couple of minutes, and then put attention to your pineal gland, and it helps clarifying the pineal gland. Of course, you need not to use fluoride, and there's some homework extra. Skip aluminum, like deodorants, really bad. And so start doing your own investigational homework on those topics. And then the pineal gland can be cleared and old traumas and emotions can be taken out without reliving them again. Do your own homework, start listening to your heart, start really acting upon what your heart is saying and telling you, your intuition, your heart, your higher self. You can communicate with them, you can communicate with your body, and you can shine. Every time you feel something, communicate. So, for the example of legs, the pelvis, you can start connecting, communicating, asking questions, and shine a light. You can do that yourself, shine a light. So, I hope you're doing all very well. I love you all. I hope to see you soon again. If needed, never hesitate to connect to us for a session or for just a question, and then we'll see what happens or how things can evolve. For everybody who's listening to this in a later phase, this is a donation-based session. You can always connect to us, and I hope and all the information and codes are staying powerful as long as this recording exists. So you can always re-listen to it if it feels good for you, if it resonates. Listen to it. Hope to see you all next week again, and I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. Love you all, and see you soon again. Bye-bye.